So what's up YouTube? Today I want to talk about 5 tips to elevate your travel film. So I came back from Hong Kong and had this Hong Kong travel film, and I thought to myself, maybe there are some tips that I can share with you, share my experience with it, and hopefully that you could learn something from these tips. So tip number 1 is your camera setting. You must have the right exposure, you must have the right aperture, you must have the right shutter speed. And for me, that for travel film that I shot my entire trip with 120 frames per second, because if you have the 120 frames per second shooting, that way in the post-production that you can either speed ramping or you can just leave it as a slow motion. It gives you more room, it gives you more choices to whether you wanted to keep it as original speed, the slow motion, or you wanted to just speed it up in the transition. So tip number 2 is gears checking. So for travel, it's really important that you bring everything you need, your lens, your batteries, your battery chargers. But one of the key things that I always bring is this one, the lens blower, because when you're doing the travel video, there are a lot of time is your lenses are just exposed to the surroundings. So there will be some dust, there will be some particles on your lens, and for those to clear out, you need the lens blower. So yes, this one really important without a doubt. So tip number 3 is the content. You have to shoot everything. So for me, that in the Hong Kong trip, that I shot about 277 clips, but I only used 30 or 40% of them, in order to come up with the 3 minutes travel film. So you would know the huge difference. It's better to have a lot of clips to work on instead of just you only have 50 or 100 clips, and when you go back home you found yourself I have not enough clips to work on. But you cannot go back to shoot everything, cities, streets, leaves, water, everything that can be worked as a B-roll when you don't have enough clips. So tip number 4 is the sound design. Among all those tips, that sound design is actually the only thing that can help your video feel more alive. When people watching you, the sound design is the only thing that can bring the audience into the trip with you, that they feel like they are right there with you as well. So it can be birds sounds, it can be trees sounds, or water, cities, the cars, the motorcycles. So another sound design is the transition sound. For travel film, I used a lot whoosh sounds. When you're doing the camera whip in and whip out, you connect both clips together and you added the transition sound. This will make people feel the transition is much live and cooler maybe. So yes, just remember when you're doing the film that you have to do the whip in, whip out in the trip, because those are the things that you cannot do it in the post. So last but not least is the color grading. Color grading, without a doubt, really important. That is the final packaging of your video. If you have the terrible color grading, well, everything just ruined. So to have the right color grading, to have the cinematic color grading, to apply the good Luts, which is something that you should never forget, whether it's a travel video or it's a music video or even a vlog. I feel that's the way to have a better video result. So that's it guys, these are the quick tips to elevate your travel video. I hope you learned something today. If you learned something today, please click the like button, and if you want to subscribe, please subscribe to the channel for more videos coming soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.